doing tonight? This is Samuel Hill once again coming live to you guys on Facebook, bringing you this evening's Black Money Market News. I know I'm getting started just a few minutes late due to some technical difficulties, but it's a learning curve for me, and I'm glad y'all along for the ride. Tonight's show is brought to you by TKG Computers, Technology Computers, your G in technology. So you can need your websites, graphics, videos, photos, cell phone repair, computer repair. Definitely give me a holler at TKG Computers. Find me on Facebook, Technology Computers, TKG Comp, or find my website, tkgcomp.com. If you're loving the show so far and you definitely support it, make sure you take the time to become a Patreon online, or you can donate via PayPal. Any funds raised will be helped to improve the quality of the show, improve the guests of the show, and definitely help bring you guys the best Black Money Market News we can. Got a few people watching live. I'm just waiting for a few more guests to arrive and join us before I get tonight's show started. But got a few people watching live. If you're watching right now, you're listening right now, I definitely appreciate your support. Arrive and join us before I get tonight's show started. But if you're watching right now, I hope everyone's Thursday was as prosperous as it can be. There was definitely some moves and money to be made in the market today. Even though today might be considered a down day, it was definitely a day that money was made. There was definitely some moves and money to be made in the market today. Even though today might be considered a down day, it was definitely a day that money was made. So I'm getting started here in about another 30 seconds. Again, just giving some time for people to join us live. So I'm getting started here in about another 30 seconds. Again, just giving some time for people to join us live. All right, folks, definitely appreciate you guys. Again, welcome to tonight's episode of Black Money Market News. This is your show for December 9th, 2017. So, just a quick review of what happened in the market today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average managed to eke a small amount of gains, gaining 101.42 on the market on a relatively down day. S&P 500 dropped $9.76 or 0.38%. NASDAQ was down $39.06, down 0.58%. And correction, the Dow Jones is actually down 101.42, down 43%. Need to get that color changed up there, but apologize for that. Bitcoin was up slightly, up $43 to 71.90.07. Gold was down 50 cents. The euro to USD remained relatively flat, gaining 0.0009 cents. And the VIX popped today. A lot of volatility in the market today. VIX was up 72 cents or 7.36% for the day. So if you were watching the markets today, you noticed there was a lot of moves, a lot of volatility going on today. The markets were reacting to the news of the delay in tax reform coming out of the Senate. The Senate presented their version of what they wanted to be tax reform or the upcoming tax cuts. The delay possibly could push these into 2019. The market was expecting either late this year or early next year to have these tax reform complete. So if the tax reform does get pushed back until 2019, that will affect next year's earnings. So that kind of explains the downward pressures that the market faced today. You watch the charts, you can actually see when the report started coming out around noontime about the delay from the Senate on tax reform and how the market kind of corrected after that towards the downside. In other news, Bitcoin yesterday kind of caught a major break. If you've been following, I kind of mentioned it on the first show that there was an upcoming fork in the Bitcoin blockchain. The group behind that fork kind of suspended the upcoming fork due to the lack of total consensus across the Bitcoin community. So to help keep Bitcoin as one coin and one blockchain, they decided to postpone the change. The change again would have increased the the block size from 1 megabyte to 2 megabytes, as well as some other changes. That was a major change that was scheduled in the fork. But again, due to the lack of consensus across the network, the main backers decided to go ahead and hold off on pushing that through. So Bitcoin, if you was watching it yesterday, rallied up to 7,900, a new all-time high, before crashing within minutes back down to levels of around 7,100. Today, again, they closed out around 7,180. So a lot of ups and downs in the market in the last couple of days with Bitcoin, with that update coming out. So hopefully you should see some steady gains coming back to the market now that that has been kind of put to rest for now. In other news, in the first episode, I kind of brought up some earnings that was coming out, and definitely, if you were paying attention the last few days, there was some major news coming out, and NVIDIA actually beat and raised earnings, but due to market volatility, today their stock was relatively flat. It is up about 6% overall since earnings. It even hit the mark of the 120 before pulling back. So overall performance in NVIDIA has been towards the upside and continues to after their latest earnings report. Square also reported in the last 2 days. Their stock kind of was a little bit more volatile. It actually dropped before kind of climbing back. In fact, if you give me one moment here, I want to go ahead and pull up these charts so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Climbing back. In fact, if you give me one moment here, I want to go ahead and pull up these charts so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Get this. Give me 1 second, Chuck. Boom. All right. So this is a square chart. This is on a 1 hour candlestick. So here's where the earnings reports came out. As you see, it dropped from a 36.70 down to 35.12 before rallying back hard. In fact, it's at a brand new all-time high. So if you was able to take advantage of the volatility this morning, you could have got it at a pretty good discount compared to the normal pricing that it's been for the last few weeks. Going to the daily chart here is definitely, as you can see, kind of hit that 20-day moving average stay, but then rallied back. It looks like it's building into a nice consolidation period. But if you look down here at the MACD, you're still in positive territory, probably near overbought, but definitely more push to the upside ahead in Square. Let me go back to NVIDIA to show you that chart that I was mentioning earlier. Again, they had their earnings report. I want to say again it was yesterday, and again hit the 220 levels before dropping back down. Good earnings report, but today again was a pretty down day on the market, as well as overall pressure due to just how well it's been performing. MACD is in negative territory, but it looks like it could be building over to a positive crossover here, so definitely pay attention to it. I would give a price target of around 204 to 203 if you're looking to make a good new entry point at this time. Looking at the chart for the NASDAQ composite, as you can see today, again, a lot of volatility early in the market. That big, almost 100 point drop today before rallying back about half of the losses. That big, give me 1 second, folks. 100 point drop. I have my daughter coming in. Yes, ma'am. What's up? I have my daughter coming in. Yes, ma'am. Alright, suck it on me. Sorry about that, y'all. That's one job that never stops. That is. But back to the charts, as you can see here on the 60-minute chart. Again, that big drop and then rise back in the NASDAQ this morning after the open. Again, if we take it back to the minute breakdown, you can see again around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, when the news came out about the new Senate plan, kind of pressures back down to downside, but again, late day rally to bring back most of those losses. Let me pull up one other big chart today. VIX, again, a lot of volatility in the VIX today. Your VIX is your volatility index. If you're not familiar with it, it kind of registers the motion and the downside pressure of the market. As you can see, nice spike today, going above 12. First time it's been above 12 in close to a week. But if you looked over the last year, there's been a lot of downside pressure on the VIX. Very much been a very low volatility market. So days like today kind of shake out weaker hands, people that made a lot of earnings in their positions. So if you look at the MACD, it looks like it could be building over to a positive crossover here with the recent peaks in the last few weeks. But we'll see over the next few days to see if that MACD positive crossover will form, or if it's just a late stage rally back before it pulls back down. Let's see if we have any questions here in the comments. I'm gonna see if I can swap this back around. Bam. Told you guys, still learning this. I'm glad you guys are watching and tuning in. Again, my hope and goal is that this video will help get you guys educated on the market and how you can utilize it, and how you can learn to invest to secure your financial future. If you got any questions or comments, I'm definitely taking them at this time. Definitely drop it in the comments of the video if you got any questions. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in today. So I'm not really seeing any questions or comments right now. So if you guys want to tune in for next show, I'm planning the next show for next Monday evening. So episode 3 is going to be coming to you on November 13th. Again, 8 p.m., probably maybe 8:30 Central Time on Monday for the next episode of Black Money Market News. I appreciate you guys coming in and watching this show tonight. Again, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us, shoot us a message. Definitely check out our Patreon page. That's patreon.com/Black Money Market News. Check us out on YouTube. New channels are linked into the page. Looks like I do have a question now. Looks like Tracy. Definitely shout out to Tracy Stubblefield. What's my feeling on Litecoin? To me, Litecoin is like 100 other cryptocurrencies out there. It's good to have a small position in if you're feeling like the technology is something that would be sustainable in the market. I think Litecoin does have a good proposition, but the big name still is right now Bitcoin. The next big one I would probably recommend over Litecoin would be Ethereum, just due to the some of the more major players backing it and the smart contract technology associated with it. Litecoin would be my number 3 choice in the crypto market, but you know, it is a smaller entry price right now, so it's definitely, you know, a little bit more affordable for a lot of people to stack up on Litecoin. With cryptocurrencies, I always say hold your position, buy as low as you can get it, and hold it for the rallies. Whenever you get a violent upswing or a quick spike in the price, definitely, you know, maybe trim back, you know, cap in some of those winnings. You know, last few weeks, in the last 2 days, you've seen a nice rally in Litecoin, going up from 56 to a peak of 67, so a good 20% rally, falling short of the all-time high of 72. So right now, looking at all-time high of 93. So I would say, if it continues to build, look for the next major breakout above 72. If it hits 72, if you've already got in, maybe we'll go ahead and trim a little of your position, cap in some of those winnings. If you got in around the 50 and you get up to 72, you got your nice 25% gain. So definitely, Litecoin's a good choice, but there are, I think, better options in Bitcoin and Ethereum. If it continues to build, definitely appreciate your question, Tracy, and thank you for watching. If there are any other questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment. We'll give you guys about another 30 seconds to a minute before I go ahead and wrap up tonight's show. Just while we wait and see if there's any more questions or comments, I'm going to go ahead and throw up the disclaimer for tonight. You know, gotta stay protected. Again, information provided in tonight's show is informational purposes only. If you are looking to invest, definitely check with a licensed professional financial advisor. Hopefully I'll be able to offer those services to you guys next year, as I plan to take the Series 7 and 63 to go ahead and get licensed up myself. All right, folks. Again, appreciate everyone watching tonight. If you didn't catch us tonight live, definitely appreciate you watching the follow-up video. Definitely, once again, check us out on YouTube and follow us on YouTube and subscribe. Definitely, if you're on Facebook, make sure you set up to get those notifications when we go live again. Next show, 8:30 on Monday. Until then, see you guys, and thank you for watching the Black Money Market News.